we take the plunge as we reach event 3 of the Tour de Endurance debut tournament, the water race. 2 heats of 8 will dive into this deep and long charge down this hill, flooded with water. The 4 fastest times advance to the final, and the best runner of the final gets the gold. Really, at least in heat number 1, you see our winner of the previous event, the J Jockeys, and a couple others, but oh, look at this! Team Sunrise have already gotten stuck. There are 3 white checkpoints you need to pass, with the 3rd white checkpoint counting as the finish line. Team Sunrise gets stuck before they even reach the first one. That is absolutely terrible for Team Sunrise, who weren't doing terrible in the standings, but they're going to take a hit in this event. There's a couple of bits of debris in the track, as the Navy SEALs has found out. They may have gotten caught back there, and yes, they have. There they are, completely stuck behind that leaf. But look at these 4 up front. They are charging their way. Crystal Pistols, Cosmonauts, Croissant Crew, and Silly Slimes charging their way into the final by the looks of it. The final white checkpoint, which will count as the finish line, is coming up here as they becomes hard to see as the water gets deeper. There's the finish line. They all come across. J Jockeys and Serpent Speeders had a game of it, but it was not enough. You see where Team Sunrise just completely came to a stop. The white checkpoint just stopped them entirely. And Navy SEALs and Team Sunrise both were unable to finish that race. J Jockeys and Serpent Speeders had a good run, but it was not enough to get into the final. Now in this one, you can see we have a couple of competitors who have made a name for themselves so far, and a couple of competitors who have not done that. You can see Party Crashers, who are currently in 3rd overall. The Honeycombs, who just fell off the track in the final endurance event, just went straight over that first checkpoint. And look at the Grayscales, they are running away with it up top. They were running away with it, but they run into a leaf and completely come to a stop, and they've swerved right out of the track. I don't know where they've gone. They're trying to get back into the action over there, but the Marauders are currently running in last place. They need to try and make a lunge, but the Grayscales are lunged back into the action, but they push the stick to the side. Them and the Honeycombs hurt greatly there, but then they charge all between the middle, while the Blue Brigade and the Condiment Kings get stuck. Too much just happened within that little streak there. Now the Marauders have charged up in front. Green Peacocks and Party Crashers are all there as well. Here come the Stingers and the Honeycombs. The final, there's the finish line, and I have no clue who just moved on. The Grayscales, Marauders, and Party Crashers all got through in the top 3. But it was very close battle for 4th place. There you see the Honeycombs. Tell me, it's going to be a photo finish for 4th place to see who got into the final. Between the Green Peacocks, the Stingers, and the Honeycombs. There you see where the Grayscales and the Honeycombs nudged that leaf aside, only to very quickly just spear right through the competitors, while the Blue Brigade and the Condiment Kings get stuck. And there's the finish line as they come across. That is extremely close. I'm pretty sure the Honeycombs got it. Let's slow this down, and there you see it. There's the official finish line. The Honeycombs will advance to the final by 300ths over the Stingers and the Green Peacocks. Now that there's 9th through 16th, the DNFs are ranked by where they came to a stop. And the Green Peacocks and the Honeycombs, despite losing that photo finish, still get 9th and 10th. But I doubt that's what they would have hoped for. Now onto the final. Winner of this race gets the gold medal. And the Grayscales, out of the gate again, a fantastic start. However, this time they're actually being attacked out of the gate pretty closely by the Honeycombs, who are so grateful to be in this final after just barely getting through in the heats. And they go over the leaf. Again, very risky players going over obstacles. And this time actually very briefly there, fighting with the Grayscales, but the Grayscales pull back ahead. Now the Croissant Crew there on the side, you see them coming back into the game. They had a really slow start out of the gate, but they are charging back into this. Silly Slimes are not doing that. They're struggling in the back. The championship leaders could be dethroned here, as the Croissant Crew are now attacking for a podium spot, potentially a silver medal here. But we reach the end of the track very shortly, that 3rd checkpoint, and the finish line is in sight. And the Grayscales, clear track ahead of them, will win the race and the day. The Marauders will get the silver, and the Croissant Crew, I believe, held on for 3rd there, while Honeycombs tried to dive up for potential 4th place. And yeah, there it is. There's the official results. The Croissant Crew hold on by 200ths over the Honeycombs. Silly Slimes a whole 2 seconds off the back. They might lose their lead in the overall standings after this one, but the Grayscales, perilous throughout, despite making some very risky moves in their heat, going right off the track, they still pull away with a 3-second win over the Marauders in the final to get the gold in Event 3. Congratulations to the Grayscales. Now we have to take a look at the overall standings as the podium celebrations move on, and the Grayscales have taken the lead over the Marauders, who just got 2nd place. A 1 point lead gap between them. But we'll have to see if that gap will change at Event 4, the lock bumping.